Evelyn to Philip, February 10th, 1943, 4:20 p.m. Sweetheart mine, you sure sound lonely in your Monday letter, honey, and I feel exactly the same way. I too wish like anything that there was some way you could come home. The spring weather is reacting the same way on me. I feel the urge to love you, if you know what I mean. I'm glad to hear the work is piling up and that the days are flying by. The same is true for me. You know, sweet, we're so much alike, we ought to get together. As you can see, I finally bought myself some stationery. How do you like it? As soon as I use all of Miss Hahn's page 2 envelopes, I'll get myself some bright colored stationery so you will be able to distinguish my letters easily. Jack took his physical today, and the doctor gave him hopes. He doesn't think he'll be accepted. He was reclassified in 1B. If he goes, he'll be limited service. He'll take his Army exam March 26th, and if he is accepted, he'll leave April 5th. He told me that they have $500 saved, plus some bonds they owe him at work. Doing all right, don't you think? I spent $5 again today. Douche, medicine, cod liver, page 3, oil and mineral oil for Adele. I've spent about $28 already, and I'm not through yet. Dr. R told me that in the olden days, women who had given birth and developed that ulcerated condition and had not been treated usually had cancer in later years. Modern science sure is wonderful. Adele's vaccination must be taken. It made her very cranky and she cried all day today. Dr. R asked me where I wanted her vaccination. I said, well, Phil likes legs better than arms, so it's her arm. He said maybe she'll want to wear an evening page 4 gown. He put it high up on her left arm. Same for me. I've decided to give Myra the pink sweater because I can't afford to buy her another gift to replace it. Jack got the pictures and they didn't come out good at all. There are a few negatives that look good, which they didn't print. The one of her smiling they didn't print, and it looks very good. I'll have it printed along with yours. Sweet, I miss you beyond words, and I love you more and more each day. Wish I had you here so I could kiss you. Come closer, honey, to your Evie. Philip to Evelyn, Wednesday, February 10th, 5:40 p.m. Dearest darling, I have just 20 minutes to get this off to you before leaving for school. I want to go to the movie afterwards, so I won't have time to write. Your letter of Monday was very short too, so we're even. There isn't much of anything to write anyhow. It's a warm, rainy day, and I got a lot done on the new job. Your mom wrote, and since I won't have time to answer, you can thank her for me and tell her that I like my new job very much. She wanted to know. I'd like very much to see you in that pink sweater. Sure, keep it. You can buy Myra another. Better pick out a less attractive one this time. How about a snapshot of my sweater girl? Glad you finally made up your mind to go to the dock. I feel better too that your mom is accompanying my 2 girls. I was, page 2, feeling a bit nervous about your taking Adele way out there all by yourself. I'm sorry now I didn't insist you take a cab regardless of the cost, and I would have if I remembered it. As it is, I won't be easy in my mind until I hear that you made the trip without any undue hardship. I must run along now, my sweet, so I'll say good night and tell you what I shall never tire of telling you. I adore you, my angel. Love to all from your Phil. P.S. Please rush the snapshots. Don't stop taking them. From Jack Nierenberg to Phil, his friend, Jack Nierenberg, 2:10:43. Dear Phil, I was happy to hear of your new opportunity, and I hope you will be allowed to make the most of it. I suppose you know by now that I'm back in New York. I've been running around and ended up with the following. A definite offer to start February 22nd in the same place I worked in from April to June, where they photographed for the Sears Roebuck catalog. Not working too hard at $35 for 40 hours and 1.5 for overtime. I shall do well. However, it isn't war work. Page 2. So as soon as I receive a return from either my government application for photography or my trainee application for defense work, I shall accept. I know it sounds foolish, but if for nothing else, I envy your position because next month you'll be where you were last month. I can't say the same. Phil, I regret deeply that I wasn't able to be the means of supply to your enjoyment of a photograph of the sweet, innocent, and most adorable Adele Barra. This is not, page 3, hogwash. She's beautiful. This is a promise. On my first trip to Philly in the not-too-distant future, I shall photograph her. Christ, Phil, it just dawned on me how terribly hard it is for you to be away from so sweet and lovable a combination as Evelyn and Adele. I retract my former reference to envy. But chin up, boy. There'll come a day of peace and joy and home to stay. Page 3. A better world, a kinder nation. To all unfurled, one word, appreciation. As ever, Jack. P.S. I know I thanked you for your birthday note via phone, but that wasn't enough. Thanks again, Jack.